com. Congressman Roger Williams joins us on the Clarity Windows and Doors Newsline. Congressman, always good to hear from you. Thank you so much for calling in this morning.
Well, thanks, and Happy New Year to all of you.
Right back at you, yeah.
Well, let me ask you, we have so many subjects to discuss, but I know one of the issues near and dear to your heart is encouraging students to consider trade schools, because we've been trained to think that if we don't go to college, our life is over.
Well, there's no question. We were all growing up, that was it. You had to go to college. But, we've got, you've heard me talk about this. We've got 100,000 kids every year in Texas alone dropping out of school in the ninth grade. They're just giving up. And there's no reason for that when we've got opportunities that are boundless for trades, welders, plumbers, carpenters. And you don't have an economy, whether it be Texas or America, unless you have the trades. And we need to start educating those kids and tell them you don't need to quit. You can go to trade school, you get an education, you can start a business, hire your friend, and make money. And that's what we're promoting a lot, because there's plenty of architects and car dealers and lawyers around. We need people that can do the trades. It's important.
Congressman, is there a trade sector that's booming here in Texas specifically that you can talk about?
Well, we've got huge construction going on, and one of the things is we're already short of welders. I hear that all the time in Texas. We need more welders. We need more welders. You got home starts going to go up. You're going to have carpenters. I mean, all the things that we need. And, the thing about these trade schools is these kids can get in for not a lot of money compared to a four-year college where they have a lot of student debt. And we've even got a bill out there now that says the four-year state colleges have to explain what the cost is to go to their school or to go to a trade school before these kids commit. So, it's everywhere. And a lot of the jobs that are being taken, we see people that want to be lawyers, professional people. They're actually going to the trade schools. They're going to get a job and begin to make a living quickly.
One of the frustrating things is, I know maybe it was true when you grew up too, but when I did, I know we had classes like that you could take, and those seem to just have disappeared over the years.
Well, you're right. When we were in school, you had to take, the boys had to take metal shop or wood shop, and the girls took home economics, and they were what they call standard classes. You had to do it, but we got away from that, and we need to get back, because America's got the greatest economy. We're growing at a fast pace. But it's not, as I say, the loop of the economy and the workplace is not finished until you have strong trade skills in those areas. And we need to do that, and Texas should lead the way.
Congressman Roger Williams with us. Hang on just a moment. We have to take a quick time out and get an update.
Talking with Congressman Roger Williams. Good morning to you, sir. Listen, you're talking about VOTEC schools and trades and things like that. Not everybody is cut out to be a doctor. Some people wind up being congressmen and radio show hosts.
Thank you.
Roger, I wanted to ask you, and this is kind of tongue-in-cheek, but I'm also kind of serious. Why not swap Minnesota for Greenland?
Well, I think it's a great idea. In fact, I could write legislation to that, and I think that there's a lot of potential in Greenland.
Am I missing something here? Greenland's been around forever, and I never heard George Bush or Barack Obama or Ronald Reagan or pick anybody say we have got to go get Greenland. Why do we need to get Greenland now?
Well, I think now is more important than ever. In all seriousness, Greenland's important to us because it stands very close to Russia. If the Russians ever decide to attack America or whatever, they might be able to use that as a staging area or whatever. And we want to make sure that Greenland is supported by someone that can defend themselves, and that's America. I don't know, we talk about the 51st state, and we talk about buying it and so forth. I think, if we could have a major base there, which we have a smaller one, but a major base there that could protect us from an attack from the Russian side would be a good deal.
It seems like if that's something we want to do, that doesn't require us buying Greenland. I mean, that's just a treaty situation, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I say we talk about. I mean, we talk about buying Greenland. I think President Trump's already put a price on it where you can go up there and buy it, and I think 30,000 people might get $50,000 of the purchase. So, I mean, there's all kinds of talk, but the bottom line is this. America is the strongest military power in the world. We're the ones that a lot of people aren't happy with us because we have a great life, and we need to protect it, and Greenland would be a staging area to do that. And this is a time different than any other, where we have real challenges from these other countries. And as we all know, it just takes them to do it once. We got to do it 100%. So Greenland might be a staging area to protect freedom and liberty.
All right. Well, as we always do, let's end about the economy of the nation, and we'll start with the car business. How's your business?
Well, I think most everybody would tell you they had a good year. Maybe not great, but good. We're seeing interest rates come down. We're seeing inventories build, which you've heard me say when you have high inventories, that promotes discounting. I mean, you promote discounting, you lower inflation. So I think that we're going to have a great year this year. We're going to see rates coming down a little bit more. I think inflation will remain flat. Unemployment hopefully will come down as we need more workers. So I think we're in a position to have a great year from an economic Main Street standpoint.
And just real quickly, back to the car business. What does it mean when Ford takes a $40 billion write-off and gives up on electric trucks?
Well, what it means is that should have never built electric vehicles anyway. Not just Ford, everybody.
Yeah.
They kind of went woke, and they lost fact that they need to build what the consumers want and what the dealers want to sell.
Okay.
They went all electric on this thing, and they took that huge write down, which is, we all know what that is. That's a deduction from earnings. They'll save on tax, and now they'll hopefully turn that around and build things people want to buy.
Yeah, that's one of the frustrating things about electric cars is the government mandated this. The consumers never asked for it. There might have been better technology, alternative energies out there that could have done a better job and people would have loved.
Well, exactly. And the car business is set up to make what people need. Electric vehicles were never going to, there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, if you want one, get one, but they shouldn't mandate it. And, where we live in Texas, I always said if you want to carry a 2-horse trailer, a boat, and a jet ski from Fort Worth or Weatherford to Midland on an electric vehicle, you'll never make it.
Yeah, you might get to Abilene.
Yeah, there you
maybe. Go. Roger Williams, Congressman, thank you so much for coming on. We're always happy to hear from you.
All right. God bless you guys.
You too.
Take care.
Likewise. Thank you.